Wait a minute. That's not what it's like to work here. That recruiting video's just a hunk of shit.
Good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? It's Aftbiohazard. Sorry about missing yesterday. For those of you that are quick on the draw and here first thing this morning, most of you probably know, as followers of the channel, that my wife is an EMT. And unfortunately, she had one of those shifts yesterday that was just, we'll just say it's going to stick with her for a while. So we needed to address that, and as I've always said, real life comes first, and just kind of the way it had to be. So I ended up having to take the day off, unfortunately. So hopefully we'll be good to go here. Bear with me a second here. I've got to tweak one or two few things here. So good morning, Jelly. Apparently, there we go. Now it's showing. All right. Couldn't get everything to show. All right. So let's see. What are we looking at right now? Anderson, Jelly. All right. There we go. So hope you guys are doing good this morning. Hope you guys had a chance to get in and get some good gameplay in yesterday. I was kind of fiending, but you know, it is what it is. Got to take care of the missus, man. You know, I know it's just a couple of you guys on right now, but she ended up working a drowning yesterday for a 4-year-old. So, like I said, it's one of those calls that's just going to stick with her for a very, very long time. And had to do my husbandly duties and be a shoulder for her yesterday. So it is what it is. You know, we put our thoughts and prayers out for the kiddo and you know, for the parents, and you know, that's about all we can do at this point in time. So anyway, enough of that. That is a somber enough subject, and we're here to have some fun today. So today, like I said, guys, just going to be kind of this farming day, kind of a chilled out day. You know, have a good time, that kind of stuff, and just see how everything kind of plays out, you know. So I do have a couple of loaded cats already this morning. You know, I am working on making a little bit of funds. So what's going to end up happening is I'm probably just going to end up running for a little bit. You know, at least these 2 caterpillars and a full load of 4 after that. And then I'll probably just pick some missions or, you know, mess around a little bit. 6 hours, Jelly. That is freaking fantastic. Was it just like this non-stop cat and mouse chase game that you were running around all over the place with, or did it end up just being that you just happened to kind of be lucky and nobody was chasing you around the verse? Find out which side of the planet we're leaving on. Okay, so I know we're going to end up having to head over here on a quick jump. Did I just see something flash on my ship red? What the heck is going on there? Better get prepared for this jump. I don't know what the heck that was and what was going on there. That was really, really kind of messed up. I wonder if somebody's just out here chasing caterpillars right now. Looks like it. Zeno, what's going on, buddy? It was rough for traders last night. What was going on? Were people just hunting people down last night? Just sitting out there camping and shooting? Oh, Jelly was. Ah. Okay. Well, see, then I don't have to have my anxiety up, because if it was Jelly that was out there hunting people and doing stuff, then yeah, okay. No worries. He wants to defeat Noodle. Okay. That's a goal. He told me to hold off on the duel. Pirates had comlink down over the aerial, so used it pretty good. Ah, okay. Was it Warmedic and Xano that were out there just causing all kinds of problems, Jelly? They're just talking nonsense, or he's just talking nonsense? Was that what it is? Or are you just trying to put up plausible deniability? Either way, man, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. Stuff's gonna happen. Just testing some theories regarding coolers. So what are your theories regarding coolers? I'm genuinely curious. What are your theories around the coolers there, Xano? My theory is that they suck. Jelly, tell me how you really feel, buddy. Well, it looks like we may be 30K'ing. We'll see here. I've left the channel of the Caterpillar. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. We just 30K'd. I'm glad I didn't make it here and get cargo yet. That would have been sucky. No extra afterburn, only faster recovery from overheat. Yep, Jelly, there it is. It's the 30K. As we creep ever closer to this patch eventually dropping, we'll see what happens, man. That's just horrible. See, not even anybody's online right now, man. That is rough. What the heck is happening in the verse today? Yeah, Xano, I wouldn't, that whole, like, ugh, that would have been if I was fully loaded with cargo, but right now it's just a matter of a little bit of time, so that doesn't bother me whatsoever. I'll just put a claim on that Caterpillar and run the other one, grab what I need to grab real quick, and it'll be a done deal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. So have they officially announced, Xano, that the PTU is going to hit Friday? I know usually they wait until about 2 days ahead of time, but I just didn't see, when I was looking this morning, full disclosure, I started to look, and, when I started to look this morning, I hadn't been able to find anything, and was like, all right, I need to hop on, check some server stability, get some stuff set up for this morning, and just didn't work out that I got a chance to dig very, very deep. So you did. You say they did with a question mark. So is that kind of a half-assed yes, or is that an official yes, Zano? Everyone's assuming Friday. Okay. Okay, got it, Zano. That's cool. That's good to know. All right, where to go? Where to go? Where to go? So yeah, I was kind of itching to get back out and get back on the dual sticks and continue practicing a little bit yesterday. Um, but we'll kind of pick that up today as soon as I get through these couple of cargo loads that I need for the week and kind of make up for yesterday's lost time. I think I'll be good to go. All right, let me see here. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, it is looking like it's gonna be. I wonder why that's happening. Let me refresh my page here because it's not showing me all the users in chat. There we go. Now it's fixed it. There we go. Alright. I was wondering what was going on. Let's see. So I was just suggesting that maybe saw that one. Also, Briggan wanted to meet up with either you or Chad and give you the funds. Yeah, I'll be on. So again, after everything went down with Marissa, this weekend and what happened with work and that finally hitting her yesterday and everything, I think she is back at work today, but stream will end at normal time today. But for those of you that are part of the org and part of the Discord channel, I will be on probably a good portion of the day, just playing around, goofing around, and having some fun. So, yeah, I can easily meet up with him, Zano, at any point in time, and we can get that all squared away. That is not an issue whatsoever. Which reminds me, I know Chad has the stream on and is live right now and watching. So, in honor of Chad and his special day, I am going to do something a little differently. As you can see, pushed right across the screen right now, it is Chad's birthday. Let's see. Alright, so Red converted from a Twitch Prime to a Tier 1 sub today. So, I appreciate the conversion, and I'll tell you what, that does mean that we have officially hit the point where I can open up some additional emotes. So those will be incoming as of tomorrow's stream. But again, getting right back to it, it is Chad's birthday, and today I will be saying that any and all donations that do come in today, I don't care whether it's $1, I don't care whether it's, a crap ton of money, I don't care. But at the end of the day, whatever does come in off of today's stream will be turned over to Chad in the form of an RSI gift card. So, let's see here. Depending on where we end up, we'll make sure that Chad has something along these lines. And that way he can go towards any of his ship upgrades, or he can go towards, another standalone ship. just want to be able to, do stuff like that and give back to the community and those that have been here and continue to hang out and support the channel. So that's kind of what's going to be going on today. So I'm going to leave that message sitting up there throughout the day, and hopefully we can do what we can to embarrass the crap out of him. Alright, so I know that we lost a caterpillar over there. I need to go ahead and claim that one. Get that claim started. Go ahead and expedite and pull out our other stored caterpillar. Alright, let's see. Hangar 1. Oh, it must be a busy day here at Lorville. I haven't seen a whole lot of stuff going on. So, other than that, how is everybody's day going? How's everybody's morning at this point in time? Like I said, kind of missed hanging out with everybody yesterday. And, Xano, did, Brigand continue with his, how can I put this? Did he continue with his addiction the other day and continue to farm well above the 40 million mark at this point? I love it when we get rendering issues like this. This is always fun. He tried to, but after he landed just on a 30K. Alright. Did he end up losing... Did he end up losing, like, multiple ships worth?
Thank you!
You know what? Jelly? Hands down, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because, that is definitely going to go a long way towards, Chad's birthday gift there. So, all I can say is you're a good man, you're a gentleman. We love you to death on the channel, and I'll make sure that Chad is well aware of the friends that he is making on this particular channel. It does, because that particular bot that does all that particular add-on, just grabs all the subscriptions. So I'm going to have to go clean that up after the channel is done. But that's why I said anything that comes in today, because it gets tagged, is specifically going to go towards Chad's birthday gift. Let me go ahead and get this deal open. Another tankard of coffee. Good morning. No, get wrecked, Chad. Let's see. Let's get this big old girl out of here. Gotta remember what controls I put where on what. So, I'm going to use the new view this morning just to do it. So, let's see. Let's head on over there. Landing gear down. Cruise control. As you can see, it's time for some tea this morning. I've decided that I will go back to caffeine, just won't go back to soda. So this morning, it's time for some tea. Good old Southern sweet tea. And for those of you that are over in the European bloc, I do brew it the right way. It is tea kettle brewed. It is not just this like powder or tea packet nonsense, and I let it steepen for about 6 hours before I ever even mix it up. So, good strong tea. Hopefully I'm doing the tea community justice. Let's see if we can go ahead and get to Ariel OM4. Alright. But yeah, Anderson, Xana, let me know. We'll link up at any point in time later on today. It doesn't matter. I'm good to go. Marissa is at work again today, so even though the stream will end around normal time, if you're around right after stream, we can link up and we can get the funds transfer. Because for everybody else that is watching, Anderson did decide that he was going to sponsor another Freelancer Max on Friday. So we will be giving away a pair of Freelancer Maxes this week. There it is. It's over on that side. Spool quantum drive. Launch quantum drive. Sponsor a gray cat. So Xano, are you actually going to sponsor a gray cat, a 5,000 credit gray cat? Or are you just being a smartass right now? Spool quantum drive. Launch quantum drive. Gray cat equals the most valuable in game. People just don't know it yet. Yeah, I can't figure out. You know, I mean, it's super slow, drives really horribly bad, and although it can fit in damn near any ship. Wait until you can put a bomb in it and sneak it into a ship. Spool quantum drive. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see some of the military tactics that this group and organization comes up with all this stuff going on. This is going to be hilarious by the time some of this stuff comes into gameplay. Launch quantum drive. Let's do that so I'm not getting any crazy reflections sitting there. Xano, I have one. I have a gray cat. I also have the Cyclone, so I do have both of those machines. Cruise control. Landing gear down. I have never tried to self-destruct the gray cat there, Xano. I honestly have never tried it. I mean, once I'm done running cargo this morning, I have no problems with it, man. I'll come back out here, grab a gray cat out. We can try it. We'll see what happens. I'll bring the cuddy out here, and then I'll land it. We can load it up on the back of a cuddy and see if we can take it out of the armistice zone, and see what happens if we detonate the Grey Cat. You guys down for that? I wonder if I didn't turn it on. Cruise control. Oh, I wonder why that didn't want to react there. But okay, we'll go with that. But yeah, I have absolutely no problems trying that out, man. That sounds like it would be a fun thing to see if we can work into the stream. Is you know, test out some of those funny things and see how it happens. I mean, obviously, I got to have it on a ship that I can, you know, easily get it in and out of, and I think that works pretty well with the, you know, with the Cuddy Black. Switch that back over there. Come off the joystick mode view. Like I said, just kind of set it up the other day and got the desk done. And, you know, I'm going to play with that view a little bit until I get it worked up the way that I really want to see it done. And integrate that as part of the stream, especially as we start doing a little bit more combat missions and a few other things like that. Enter third-person view. Oh, come on. Spool quantum drive. There you go. There was a joystick landing for you. Been a little while since I pulled that one off. Remove alarm so much I no longer see going to Bezdek or Lathan. I did see that, and I saw the servers freaking out on it. Now, there's been a couple caterpillars that I've seen coming in and out of Bezdek and Lathan just this morning, at least on the server that I'm on. But Anderson, I did see that as well. And really, the thing is that I think you kind of hit the nail on the head the other day. I did see that in Discord, that it had mostly to do with the fact that people are stacking up on top of each other and not understanding how to reset the location, holding out a few thousand meters out and then coming in one at a time. Everybody's rushing in and it's locking the terminal down. Sorry for the light there, but, you know, as of right now, again, I mean, I'm not having any issues with it whatsoever, but I think that's because I fully understand the terminal itself, and at least its reset capabilities as it exists currently. Now, the other day, on Monday, when we did the drug trading, and obviously it was kind of an obsessive-compulsive day, I did go ahead and record offline, by the way, a guide on that one. So I'd captured both the UI for the Cutlass Black and for the you know, the Freelancer itself. So now there shouldn't be any issues getting to and from. Well, Anderson, yeah, it's obviously because they don't watch us. Um, but you know what? That's on them. Why are my doors acting funny? There it goes. I'm just getting some server lag there. I mean, obviously, if they would sit down, I saw somebody in chat earlier today, just general chat earlier today, who was sitting there trying to tell a guy how to trade, and it was just like nails on a chalkboard, man. Some of these guys are just the advice that they give. No wonder it's like you're broke as hell. And I can't tell whether it's because they want somebody to experience their misery or not. Yeah, see, Jelly, I would like the doors to be manual myself, especially if you have somebody that ever sneaks on your ship. The fact that they have to go through and do that instead of and click on the door instead of having their weapon drawn and just walking through, um, looking down the barrel, I would much rather have the doors be clicked on. Either that, or I'd like to be able to see the ship itself be able to lock down the internal doors. That way, if somebody does get on, you can trap them on your ship. That would be fantastic. Well, but then you would have to also have the mechanic of, if they have a fusion cutter or a plasma cutter or whatever that multi-tool attachment is, that would let them then slice through the door, right? Um, I think that something like that would be, advantageous, because then at least it's like a captain, a pilot of a ship, if they get boarded, you could lock them in a certain area, right? But that would give the pilot a couple of minutes worth of time frame to be able to set up what they want to do and how they want to do it, right? Um, I mean, like here with the Caterpillar, when docking comes into play, being able to take the command module and separate the command module off, and self-destruct the other portion of the ship, I think that would be fantastic. You trap pirates on there and then do something like that. I think that would be a funny little ordeal. I mean, there would be times when I would definitely be willing to just give up my cargo for that, just to mess with somebody. Now, I know we got other people that are hanging out and lurking, between YouTube and Twitch, so feel free, guys. Just hop on in here and, let us know, feel free to hang out and chat with us, guys. I don't know what just happened with that window. There it goes. All right. Landing gear down. So Jelly, were you able to hack away your crime stat the other day, or did you end up going to prison and have to break out? Didn't really get a chance to finish that conversation earlier. Now, Now, Xano, also, I think you challenged me at one point in time to do a decoupled mode landing in Lorville with a Caterpillar, right? I'll do that, but I'm going to do that with an empty cargo hold. Yes, Xano, right now I am hauling cargo. Oh, I'm not going to do it right now. I'll wait until it's until I get there. Well, thank you for giving me an assignment. I really do appreciate it. Let's see how much trouble I can get into. There goes autopilot. Didn't like my angle. Alright, come on, autopilot. You're done. Be done. Thank you very much. See, stick landing is a little bit more difficult. There we go. Come on. Ah, there goes the nose. And it's on the ground. Yeah, Lorville does still have the crotch view. Unfortunately. That dude is really proud of his junk and has decided that he wants to show it to everybody that's coming into the port. So, hey, more power to him. If that makes him happy, that makes him happy. I'll tell you what, though, Xano, I will practice my decoupled landings, though, probably planet side, before I try and pull one off in a hangar. Hopefully that'll work out for you better. Yeah, I can only imagine, Jelly. Just flying in general decoupled. Now, if you're in space, fine. But just flying in general decoupled for me is a pain in the butt. I feel like, you know, I kind of agree there, Jelly. I feel like if I'm in decoupled mode and I'm sitting there on mouse and keyboard, I almost feel like I have a little bit more control to it. Than I would sitting on the joysticks, but you know, hey, you know me, I don't care if I crash. I'm willing to try it. Willing to give it a go. Let's see. That uninitialized one is still freaking stuck out there. It is what it is. Alright. So, let's see. I love it when it gets everything out of order. So it's got to be this one. We'll double check and see what cargo's in there. You like atmospheric flight decoupled, Jelly? It always seemed like it was extreme stretch to me. Hangar 5. Let's head back to Hangar 5. We're going to check the cargo bay on this bad boy and see if this is the one that just finished the claim up earlier. In this patch, yes, the atmosphere doesn't seem to do much. Okay, standard cruising speed. We'll see next patch. Well, I think that's going to really depend. Personally, I think that's going to depend more on what ends up happening with, you know, what a ship's flight dynamics are like in atmosphere, right? Because you know some are going to fly better than others because they're more like an actual aircraft than a spacecraft. So I think there's going to be some that are going to be an absolute joy to fly, and then there's going to be some that are like, nah, screw it, I don't want to deal with that. And I'm kind of hoping that, you know, let's just be honest here, you love flying your Prowler. I'm kind of hoping that your Prowler doesn't get into trouble with atmospheric flight. Yeah, should have checked. That one's empty. Now I will say this though, it is a little bit easier to launch out of here, landing gear down. It is a little bit easier on the flight sticks to be able to launch out of Lorville. You know, I mean, I figure if I can get a little bit more used to it on one of these larger ships, going back and forth on the trades here, then, you know, I won't run into too many issues as I switch back into a fighter. It'll just be significantly more nimble. Just have to see. Let's see, Jelly. You'll just have to stick to moons for low flying. Yeah, I could see that. Again, have you been out to Delamar to do your low flying yet? I know it's a small planet, but there are so many mountains, so many cracks and crevices to fly through. I think that one would be an absolute, you know, blast to try and low fly on. I know it's not necessarily an area you like to hang out in a lot, but I think that would be low flying. That would be a lot of fun. Is leaving Stanton eventually. I'll have to try that when I get on. Okay, yeah, dude, I'll head out there with you, and we can goof around and have some fun out there on that planet. It's definitely one that I think would be a lot of fun to try out. Spool quantum drive. Launch quantum drive. mean, for the longest time, that was one of my most favorite approaches in the game. Just the way the planet looked, what was happening there with the asteroid, belts and the whole 9 yards. Um, it was a fantastic little moon style planet just to fly on. Spool quantum drive. Launch quantum drive. That is true, though. It is dark. I mean, I guess it's just because that's supposed to be like the feel of Levski in general. It's just kind of this gritty, kind of nasty place, kind of like Grim Hex. But yeah, it is dark. But I think that will add to it a little bit, at least from a low flight perspective. Let's make sure we're on target, and then we're going to go into a decoupled mode here, Zano. Let's see if I can get this girl on the ground and decoupled. It's been a very long time since I have done this. Yeah, oh boy, let's see how this goes. It's not going to go well, Jelly. That is the reason why I'm doing it with an unloaded caterpillar. I can tell you right now, it's not going to go well. Oh, man. There's a reason why I'm not flying at a high rate of speed at this point. There's a possibility that it's a goodbye ship, Jelly. Let's just be honest. Not just landing gear. Ship. Now, if somebody else was parked and landed out here, yeah, that would be really bad for them. And to make it even more fun, I think I'm going to do it in enter third-person view. I think that'll probably be the way that I go about doing this. Let's tap that over just a bit. Why is my cruise control off? Really? What the heck is going on there? This could be a mistake, but you know what? It is good. It's still gonna happen. Let me go ahead and I'm just gonna throttle limit for right now. This is totally gonna suck. Although apparently the viewers are not digging the fact that I'm about to try and go through this because we've just dropped a bunch of viewers. It is what it is. Terrain, whoop whoop, pull up. Uh-huh. so we should be close enough to see everything. Let's go ahead and go into a third-person view. Let's bring the ship down on the deck here. Do a lazy shift to the left. Roll it just a bit. Turn our noses. Oh, I know she's not a plane. It's definitely a brick. But that doesn't mean that I have to bring it in like a bat out of hell when I'm doing something I am not familiar with. You said decoupled landing with sticks. Guess what? That's what I'm going to do. And that's the wrong button. So let's creep it. And down she goes. Down she goes. And she's on the ground. Decoupled landing with sticks. .5 out of 10. Actually, that was probably one of my better landings, to be quite honest, because I was paying so much more attention to it. Is that pathetic or what? It almost gives me enough confidence to try and see if I can pull this off at Lorville. Tell me my ego's not going bad with that one, right? Famous last words. Come on. Ye of little faith. Ye of little faith. Yeah, let's not try it, Lorville. Alright. So, I still think I want to try it, Lorville. I know those are famous last words, but I still think I want to try it. I mean, I can always abort the landing. That's not an issue. I'll tell you what, if it assigns me the large bay, I'll do it. If it assigns me a small bay, I won't. Autopilot is going to be a headache and decoupled. Well, so I will use a completely different style approach to do that one then. Like I said, if it's the large bay, I will fly decoupled. If it is not, then I won't. We'll just see where it assigns me and what it does to me. Come on, I gotta feel the risk somewhere, right? I mean, the reality is that even if I were to crash this ship, right? 30Ks ain't enough of a thrill. Not anymore, buddy. Not anymore. I'll come and blow you up. No, thank you, Jelly. That's not risk. That's just certain death. All right. Said just trying to be gentle here. way y'all can get a good glance of what's going to happen with this little flight. So Xano, what do I get out of the deal if I am able to pull off a decoupled landing at Lorville with a Caterpillar full of Laranite? Regardless of how ugly that landing becomes, if I can pull it off. A 9.7? 9.7. So what does a dude have to do to earn a freaking 10 around here? Decoupled 180 in the center of the pad. Holy shit. Y'all are trying to kill me, right? Decoupled 180 landing in the center of the pad. Yeah, apparently, man. Apparently. Alright, 1 second. Let's find our location first. Get set up on our approach. There it is. Launch quantum drive. At least the angle isn't too bad here. Landing gear down. Let's see how wrong this could possibly go. Now, I could not imagine ever even attempting this when the winds here at Lorville were real bad. Actually, I think the night's going to make it easier because it's going to illuminate what I need to see better. Take that throttle down a bit. He should have already reached out to me by now, so request landing pad. Really, dude? Come on. That macro still got to be tweaked. Alright, so did it give me one of the large ones? Yes, it did. Enter third-person view. Alright, I'm concentrating, so guys, bear with me here. That wasn't my ship, but that scared the shit out of me. Alright, totally not working. Gonna have to recover that one. Yeah. Gonna need a little bit more work than that. Did they take away my landing pad? They sure in the hell did. There. Oh, okay. It just ain't showing very well. I had overflown it. There we are. Yeah, I'm gonna have to practice that one. That one's nerve-wracking. Yeah, I didn't realize that I had overflown the pad there. I was trying to correct in third person, and it just it's on me. So I will have to continue to practice that one. Alright, let's go get this load sold. Make our money for the day. Although the reality is, you know what? I also need some hydration. So it is time for the classic Mike hydration move. And down we go. Ragdoll. Oh look, I'm no longer thirsty. That hydration move saved you from prison yesterday. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Am I hearing this properly? Jelly actually committed suicide. I don't know if I don't know if I can really believe that, Jelly. I know you only do it as a last resort kind of situation, but better than 12 hours of jail. Touche, sir. Touche. So let's go ahead and head on over and make our money. Again, I'm probably going to run one or two more caterpillars over just to run them over. I always do this. Which way? I should have gone back that way. Because it's this way, right here. That's the faster one. I know I probably could have cut over from right there, but it is what it is. You got teamed by 7 ships and had to pull some interesting plans. Jelly, I want to hear that story. How did you get teamed by 7 ships? Did you fly into a lockdown location? What was up? You know, for some reason, and it's really sad, but for some reason, I'm going to have to reload my Twitch here. It's just not running the way that it should at the moment. Let me go to the channel. There we go. See, I'm running into issues where my stream health computer that's sitting off to the side is like not showing me, you know, the people that are in and watching. So it's like I'm afraid that I'm going to be missing messages or anything like that. So on occasion, I'm just having to bounce back over there and check and make sure that everything's good to go. Zano, you didn't miss a crash. Basically, I did overfly just a little bit, and I did have to come back onto controls, come back out of the decoupled mode, and land at mouse and keyboard. I was willing to risk, but I wasn't willing to risk like crazy like that. So I did back off kind of there at the last second. It wasn't one where I was in danger of crashing. I just, because I'm not familiar with the decoupled flight as well, I ended up backing off just a bit and had overshot my landing pad. So, is what it is. I will try it again. Alright, Cuddy Blue came from me around Ariel when the Comrade was down. Okay. You stupidly decided to fight and had a ton of friends that showed up after a minute. Look towards the surface, realize I'm not going to outrun them, get out of my seat, jump out the side. I proceed to fall in the atmosphere, stick on my ship while I fall away from the backspace before making impact. Head back to landing location, prison avoided. Fantastic ejection story. Fantastic ejection. So, Anderson, yes, I did land with a full load. I was attempting to land decoupled with a full load. But, again, last minute I kind of peeled off after knowing that realizing it wasn't going to happen. So, I decided I will save face and 1.4 million and just make it happen. Alright. You wish you could eject from the Prowler. Okay. That's, you know, that's one thing that I wish that they just did for all ships, is make a way for you to physically eject, no matter what. I guess that's the old flight sim kind of guy in me at this point. Which is why I'm looking forward to the atmospheric stuff. Now, does anybody... Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I was going to say, nope. That would have been awesome to have multiple golden caterpillars, because it reloaded them all, right? Uh, well, all but Drake and some alien ships have either ejection or escape pods. True. You're meant to die in your Drake if it goes down. Drake wouldn't have it any other way, right? That's just who they are. But I love their ships. It is what it is. I can say that they're probably right now they're probably my favorite builder. And I know there's a lot of them to choose from, but it just I like the almost industrial feel, basic kind of half military, half industrial feel to the ships. Well, Xano, I mean, my helmet has duct tape on it, so why shouldn't my ship? That's what I believe in, right? I mean, any old shade tree mechanic will tell you if you can't fix it with duct tape and baling wire, it doesn't deserve to be fixed. No faster than a fighter, that's for sure. Well, my honest opinion is I don't even think it's going to be faster than a fighter. I don't, if it's basically a detachable pod and an escape pod, then honestly, I think it shouldn't be any faster than maybe even half the speed of the Caterpillar, to be truthful. I mean, there's not a whole lot of engine and a whole lot of compartment or anything else behind it, so I mean, I know it's like the size of a pea, but it just doesn't make sense to me that that thing would be able to book it like it's nobody's business. So I'll tell you what, let's break up the trading stream for a little bit right now. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Cutlass, and we're going to head out back planet side and see if we can go ahead and grab the Gray Cat and try and do something stupid. Let's see, where is it? Where's the Cutlass? There it is. Hangar 6. Podception. Come on, come on, let's go. I want to get over there. I want to test it. I want to see what's going to happen. Gray Cat inside of a cuddy and explode the Gray Cat. Still can't get over. I love this ship. I think it's just a sexy little ship. So we are heading to Lathan. Exit. Come on. Hey, my menu is working again. Fantastic. What is going on there? There he goes. Finally took it. Alright. Spool quantum drive. See if we can eventually... Oh, that's what's going on. Maybe I should hit my VTOL button, right? That'll pick up the speed significantly. You can tell I don't fly this thing very often. Even though I really do like it, I don't fly it very often. Let's see. Origin freighter when? 2067. Or never. Alright, let's get that spooled completely. Launch quantum drive. Let's see, which one do we want? We want Lathan, so... That's Bestic. Launch quantum drive. Hard truth on Discord right now. Rest of the manufacturers, capital ships, Crusader, Anvil. Yeah, that's true. Alright, I don't need to go stupid fast in order to be able to pull this off. Spool quantum drive. What am I going to have to do to look it up? I mean, obviously, you know, what's the post so I don't have to just switch over? Scanning mode. Scan mode. Really? Some of these macros need to be worked on. There's an Aurora. There's a Caterpillar. See who we can piss off, right? Let's see if they just start shooting just for shooting's sake. Yeah, Xano, I really didn't care. I just wanted this on the ground and over to the side here so I could get the gray cat and just get it on board. I was not trying to go for anything hardcore here. Oh, that's right, Jelly, you're up north. You don't have a water burger. Oh, man, you only have Burger King. I'm sorry, buddy. Alright, let's see. What do we want to pull out here? Gray cat. So Jelly wanted to see if this is possible, and then he turns around and leaves to go get a burger. We gotta love it. Alright, so here's the shittiest little buggy in the game, in my opinion. But alright. Engage systems. Engines on. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, that's why. My macro actually kicked it off for me. I just won't repeat the term again. Let's go ahead and drive it right back on up here. Come on, you can do it. Get on up in there. Alright. Still handles better than it knocks. We'll leave it running. We've got to get out of the armistice zone. So all I'm going to do is fly out here. Just past the armistice zone. Get a little distance away, and then we'll go ahead and find another landing spot like right here. Right? And yes, this is totally committing suicide, by the way, if this works out. Alright, I'm hitting the backspace. This will not let me self-destruct the gray cat. That's just no fun. Do I need to... Headlights open and close. Nope. Nope, not there. It should be under the vehicle. Actions, vehicle. That's open and close, unlock and headlights. Nope, it will not let me do it. Ah. So we know that that's just not going to happen, right? It is what it is. That sucked. That's lame. That's terrible. Come on. Gotta be something that you can do here, right? I mean, can I... Oh, let's try this. Well, obviously blowing it up doesn't work either. Because that didn't do enough to my vehicle. Just, I mean, seriously, is it a Tonka toy where if you blow it up, all that happens is your wheels pop off? I mean, seriously, that's pathetic. Oh, man. I mean, my shields look like they're down. They're holding it like 83. That's probably because I've got some allocation done. But it is what it is. Not a scratch. I'll fix that though. Let's see this. Let's make him panic. Right outside the door. Oh, I flew into an armistice zone, didn't I? It won't take it. Son of a bitch. I just want him to freak out because he hears a giant explosion outside. Although one of the things I could probably do yeah, I'm not too worried about it, Jelly. I'm close enough that he's going to hear the explosion, and he's probably going to have some kind of panic go on. Just to be wonder if somebody crashed into his ship or did something stupid. Alright, so back to it. So we proved that you can't do that with a gray cat. We'll have to check and see whether there's other ground vehicles that you can kick off a self-destruction with. But that'll be for a later time. Later date. Alright, so back to the grind. I need to load up. For me to hit what I wanted to hit for the day, I need to load up 4 more caterpillars and have that run take place for the day. So, probably got about an hour's worth of flight time just in caterpillar flight. But after that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I could take you guys back over and we could do some drug running again or something, something goofy. I did figure out the UI setup for the Cuddy, and that way it would be very, very easy to line up on target and still come in even at night. But sad fact is my Freelancer is still bugged out over there. It won't let me load my second Freelancer. So can't do too much, and I'm not going to go out and buy another buy a Freelancer Max again, or not again, but right now. Not in the middle of farming. Although I probably do need to go ahead and pick one up for myself this week. It's always that catch-22 before a patch drops. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna, buy your ships and hope for persistence, or are you gonna just hold on to your cash? I know Anderson's kind of in that mode where he's holding on to his cash, just in case. But we'll have to see how that all pans out. Well, I mean, if they're just going to drop it into the PTU this week, then there should be plenty of time for a server backup. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because we're not going to get, even if it goes to PTU, we're not going to get it for at least another week and a half. So I'm okay with that last week before, or once it goes into PTU officially, 310 does. That's probably when I'm going to just start holding cash. I mean, other than the fact that we're going to do our cash giveaways for folks, which I'll still advertise it as a Freelancer Max, but I'll just basically be giving them the cash with the caveat to tell them you have a choice of either holding on to it till 310 drops, or you can turn around and, okay, access the terminal, please. There we go. Why do I... That's still a Grim Hex. We'll just go ahead and file a claim. Let's see... We need a Cutlass Black. We need to go ahead and file against. Whatever, I'll expedite that one just to go back. And start back over with our caterpillars. Hey, Stock Project, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate the raid, buddy. Glad you guys were able to come on in. And, we're just kind of hanging out today. Like I said, it's just kind of a farming day. I've already run 4 caterpillars full of laranite. We're up about 1.4 million. Got another few caterpillars to run. We also did try and detonate a Cutlass Black with a gray cat. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. So guys, thank you all for the follows. I want to be able to call you out. So Not Nick Cage and Bush Mechanic, thank you very much for the follows. Appreciate it, guys. No, apparently you can't weaponize gray cats. And Camp Koopa, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You know, I do want to say, Stock, I am very appreciative of every time that you have been coming over day in and day out and raiding in the channel. It has definitely helped with a lot of followers jumping over, and I am just wanting to say true heartfelt thank you to you, bud. So on my channel, guys, if you guys are here and you have not done so, please jump over and follow and check out Stock Project. He's out of the he's what, Australia, I believe it is, and dude puts on a very good, very entertaining stream, and I highly recommend that you guys run over and check him out, and you know, give him a quick follow, guys. Oh, and Anderson, thank you for acting as a mod for me today here, buddy. Yeah, for all of those that don't know, one of the things that I like to do on my channel is every Friday I do a in-game purchased ship giveaway. Alright, so because we have been so successful with trading on this channel, not just myself, but some of the viewers that have been following this particular channel for a very long time, this month, every Friday, I will be giving away a Freelancer Max in honor of the trading that goes on. And if you do not have one in your inventory, again, what it'll be is I will log in if you're the selected winner, give you the cash for it, and you can purchase it on your account in-game with the AUEC, and kind of go from there. Now, one of the other deals is, what is going on with my ship? Why is it acting funny? There we go. Now it's leveling out, right? But one of the things is we will turn around, and from time to time, like this week, Mr. Anderson Brigham has graciously also volunteered to match my donation. So with that said, this Friday there will be 2 winners. Both of them will be getting Freelancer Maxes. So guys, just be forewarned, if you do want to get into the trade game, I will gladly help you out and we'll get you started. And usually on the back end of that, we also give about 100 to 200K on top of it, just to get you started with, you know, with some trade capital. So Stock Project, I appreciate you, man. Head off, go ahead and head to bed. Have a good one. You know, appreciate it, and we'll see you later, man. So guys, one of the things that's happening today, as I was challenged, you know, a lot of my viewers, they like to give me ratings on my landing skills. Okay, so I am not gentle with my ship, in full disclosure. I do enjoy bringing them in pretty hard and fast, and you know, oftentimes you'll see me come to skid landings and things like that, and it's not because I just, you know, can't land. It's just because I really, as Anderson likes to say, I like to test the hydraulics on my ships. They can take it, you know, in most cases. I'm not bringing it in so hard that it would be a crash. But one of the things that they have challenged me to is to perform a decoupled landing coming into Lorville with a Caterpillar on dual flight sticks. So this is one that I tried just a minute ago, and I failed miserably and ended up having to jump back over to mouse and keyboard and kill the decoupled mode. So I think we're going to try it again after loading back up. So the adrenaline rush, because of the funds that I have available to me at this point, the adrenaline rush of high commodity trading, I just hate to say it, it's kind of not there. If a 30K happens, a 30K happens, right? Really doesn't tick me off at this point anymore. But I got to get that rush somehow. Such a humble trader. Alright, I would love to be able to jump What's going on? Got all kinds of warnings and everything else going on right now. Why are you not taking it? There you go, spool it. Launch quantum drive. Worked that time. Alright. Yeah, Jelly, I really do appreciate Red Dragon. Thank you for you know, the subscription. Or is that's the one from earlier? What the heck happened there? Yeah, I know that you had changed over to a tier 1, so I appreciate it, buddy. I'm glad you were sticking around. And I have been heeding your advice on that personal project that I've got going on, and I have been doing some of the simulated trades lately. So here, given probably a little bit more time, I'll be jumping over into the real stock market and having some fun. So like I said, I appreciate all of the advice and you know what I should be looking for and what I should be doing. So thank you very much. And also for all the people that just raided over, you know, from Stock Projects, you know, his stream. Guys, feel free. There's a tab down below the stream. You can feel free to join the Discord. I do have some Star Citizen chats that are there. There's no need to do anything like if you don't want to joining an organization, but we do have availability. We have people that play every single night. So if you're looking for folks to hang out with and play, have a good time, you know, that's something that you know, I'd highly recommend. We do allow you to use the voice chat on a regular basis. I have a separated channel that's specifically for streaming versus the public chats. So if you ever find yourself in need, like I said, click on down below and go ahead and join on over to the Discord. A couple of other crazy little housekeeping things that we've got as part of the channel. Obviously, you'll see it right now above the top of the screen at this point. One of the guys that has helped me with the channel from almost day one, his name is Chad. In game, he is known as Khaki78, and it is his birthday today. So I've decided that any and all stream donations that would take place today, although it's going to show against the Capital Ship Fund that's sitting down below, all of those donations are going directly over to a CIG gift card for Chad so that he can be able to do some further upgrades and things with his ships. You know what? I keep forgetting in decoupled mode it does not want to give me that one. So I'm going to take it off decoupled mode and go ahead and kick into a cruise control there, rather than just kind of sit here. So yeah, anybody and everybody, if you would, I know he is kind of hanging out in the background and just lurking today, but please feel free to wish Chad a happy birthday. Again, he's one of my real-life friends just down the road. We hang out on a regular basis, so I got him over into Star Citizen, and he has fallen in love with it so much that he actually canceled his WoW subscription, which is something I never thought that he would do. Now, I can't guarantee that I would do a gift card for everybody or anybody else, but again, if you're ever on stream and it happens to be your birthday, guys, let me know about it. I want our community to be able to shout out and give everybody, you know, kind of their just dues on any given day that's sitting there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back to practicing on the decoupled mode. Let's grab the dual sticks. Kill the quantum spool. Enter third-person view. And again, guys, I just got my dual sticks back up and running, so it has been a while. So you are going to have to bear with me here. I am going to be nice and gentle as I do this. Got to get some practice so that I can be able to pull this off at Lorville. There you go, Zano. How was that one for you, buddy? Compared to my normal landings, that was freaking brilliant. Really, Jelly? You're gonna rate that a 9.6? I mean, that was a great landing for me, but you know. So let's see what the other judge has to say at this point. You're going to give me a 9.7 on that landing. Alright. So guys, like I said, full disclosure, this is a channel where I love to interact with everybody and just have a lot of fun. I don't care about cursing. I don't care about anything. Just as long as we're not directly attacking another player, I am okay with that, or another member in the chat, should I say. We just tend to have a lot of fun, so I got a good sense of humor, guys. Feel free to just kind of lay into me and have a good time with it. I did not ban the word cockpit for several weeks. That was a moderator bot that I finally just got fed up with and changed the entire bot out. And then Twitch came back with their let's scream at you about anybody who says anything that could be remotely construed as sexual. Don't blame the technology. I always blame the technology. Red, you ought to know by now. That's the way it works, man. That's the way it works. You guys have seen some pretty strange things as I've been learning more and more about how to stream, right? Like, the funny thing is right now is I had signed up for it and put it on, and it just isn't showing right now. I have a little bitty bot that is supposed to be doing greetings, and it's a robot that would come on the screen and tell you hello the first time that you talk, and it's not working today. So, yeah, we're going to have to figure that one out. It's funny, the more and more tools that gets put out, the better off it is. Alright, so let me jump back up here, because Night Makatari, let's see. So when, like, will the game release and be in beta? Dude, your guess is as good as mine, and I think Jelly's probably right, 2 to 3 years from now at this point. I think they have to get the rest of the systems, buildings, block stuff done so they can generate multiple systems back in. And, you know, work out a couple of little kinks there, salvage, you know, obviously a little bit more with the piracy aspect of things. I think there's quite a bit that they really need to work out before they try and knock out bringing it into an official beta stance. Really, I love that free look bug right there, right? Landing gear down. Alright, volumetric fog is nice. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. My bet's on Cyberpunk. Both games can take 5 years for all I care. I just want them to be good. Agreed, Jelly. We've had that conversation a couple times. I don't care if a game takes a long period of time to come out. I just want it to be done, and I want it to be done right. Okay? that's why I look at Star Citizen, and there is so much potential behind this game. Granted, there is quality of life stuff in programming that I believe they need to finish up in order to be able to really make it good. But I can tell you right now, I'm a hopeless addict, man. I have pretty much stopped playing almost any and other all games but this particular one. And it's because every time I get on, I just find something fun, interesting, new to do, something to test out. You know, it just it entertains me. And I mean, that's what we're all here for, right? Spool quantum drive. Launch quantum drive. Alright, so this next approach, guys, it is a Lorville approach, and it's going to be a little bit more of a tedious and longer one. Again, I am trying to do this fully decoupled with a load of Laranite on board of the Caterpillar. Spool quantum drive. Launch quantum drive. Let's see. Graphics look great for a game with minimal loading screens. Looking at you, Anthem. Oh my god. Anthem. Wow. I loved the concept of that game, but oh, it was so terrible to play because of the loads, because of the way things played out in there. It just, man, that one drove me nuts. It was, ironically, it was one of the few shooters that I could play without getting motion sickness. Launch quantum drive. Let's see. When Warframe exits, yeah. Concept was Warframe, literally. Why play Anthem? Well, so, like, Knight, my problem is, and I know you're new here, I get motion sickness really, really badly. And there's very few games and shooters that I get a chance to play that don't trigger it. And Anthem happened to be one of those games where it just did not trigger my motion sickness. So, I played it for quite a while. Unfortunately, I did lose interest in it, but it was one of the few that I could do an actual lengthy first-person shooter mode in. Alright, so there's our decoupled. Which cap are you looking at? So, Scruffy. Because capital ships are so limited, right? I don't know which one they're going to release and when they're going to release it. But on RSI's websites, when they do go through and do those sales, ultimately what I'm looking for is being able to have the funds in order to be able to purchase whichever one comes out. Okay, I'm not going to be very particular in that fact at this point, because it is very limited quantities for you to be able to get your hands on them. Okay, so that's kind of where my personal thought process is at this point. As far as the capital ships itself, dude, I would love to get a hold of a freaking Kraken and call it a day, right? But again, over on the gray market, you can't buy those capital ships because of the fact that you can't gift anything that is more than $1,000 in real currency. So it's kind of left it to where, as far as the capital ship is concerned, you have to pony up to do it, which is the reason why it's just a channel donation, situation at this point in time, is just trying to get the funds together so that the moment it comes out, the organization can get a hold of one. Alright, let's go ahead and request our spot at this point. Find out where they're going to put us. And guys, I'll look back up at chat here in a minute. Like I said, this is a chat challenge of seeing whether or not I can pull this off. And again, if I feel like I can't last minute, then I'm going to go ahead and pull the decouple off and then go back to mouse and keyboard in order to be able to save the load here. So again, I'm gonna just try and see what I can do about this. And I may, like I said, I may clip the nose here on a wall. We'll see what happens. And this is a fully loaded Caterpillar, so... anything but an autopilot. Anything but an autopilot right now. Oh, that was an overcorrection. Come on, get through, get through, get through, get through, get through. There it is. There it is. And she's down. Full decoupled landing, full Laranite. Just for you, Zano. After we talk about this, they will sell you an account with the capital ship on it. Gray market is way to go. I already looked, and I've been through several times, and the only account that had a capital ship that was assigned to it was $5,000. All right, and I'm sorry. I think it's much easier and much better for the channel to save up $2,000 than it is to save up $5,000. So, yeah, Red Dragon, I did go specifically take your advice and go look and try and see if I could make that happen. But, oh wow, what's happened in the camera screen there? But it did not. It didn't work out that way. Come with no components, so you need millions of. Yep. Crew that there'll be, yeah, it's gonna be asinine by the time it's all said and done, but that's the whole thing. And good morning, Boba Fett. That's the whole thing with attempting to get really solid with trade, and the fact that my account ship is, or that we did do a purchase of the Hull C, because it's going to need to be a ship that kind of supports the fleet at that point in time. Oh, no, no, no. Having expensive ships is not going to mean that the game's going to be easier. As a matter of fact, I think it's going to make it harder, right? But it needs to be something that it's time for the org, when the org wants to go through and pull out something, or, you know, jelly like what happened the other night where somebody tried to lock down a location, and, you know, it's just they want to show a brute force, brute strength. Then, you know, we'll just bring in what we can bring in, and everybody will have a blast doing it. And then it'd be kind of cool to, like, you know, and I know Stock Project's got a bunch of people that had jumped over from Stream. It'd be kind of cool to be able to, like, get a couple orgs together and, you know, go out and have, like, this massive battle, this fleet battle that would take place. So, you know, just kind of coordinate stuff like that. I think that would be fantastic. Now, I mean, Jelly, you also know, I mean, with my account being the Bandu Merchantman as the primary ship, and then, having the Hull C, and then if we're able to get a capital ship sitting in there, I think, we'll be sitting in a position where we have the primary ships to be able to support the expense of running a true capital ship. Hangar 4. So, Boba Fett, it's called Hauling Butt Incorporated, and it's specifically misspelled for a reason. But if you go down, you'll be able to see a link that will take you directly to it. However, if you just happen to be over on the RSI websites looking at organizations, it's HBINC. That's how you find it. And guys, you can join up to 8 orgs, I believe is what it is. So, I mean, it's a small org just starting out. It is what it is. Org against org, right. You're correct. You're correct there, Zerst. It has nothing to do with ships, what ships get brought out. It's going to have to do with the sheer number of players. But, I mean, if you've got a couple of orgs that are trying to coordinate the whole thing, then, I mean, you can do it to where it's matching number of players. That's just a player integrity thing. Thank you. Want to make some biddies for you? Alright, well, Boba Fett, by all means, make some biddies. DM you later. I'll tell you how to find cheaper gray market capital ships. Alright. I will definitely do so, Red. That's not a problem. My one concern is I've seen the Polaris on there, but some of the rumor behind the Polaris is that it may be the capital ship that they're doing away with. And that kind of scares me. I don't want to get stuck into a situation where, people have volunteered their money, volunteered on the stream to be able to help get that, and then all of a sudden it's just gone, right? I don't think that would be a cool situation. Bring down enemies while sipping whiskey on the cockpit pool. Yeah, so Jelly, it's true. I mean, it's. I think SIG didn't do themselves any favor when they basically alluded to the fact that they're getting rid of a capital ship, right? That doesn't make any sense because that's a huge investment, and I know that they're going to make up for it in one way or another, but it does. It scares the crap out of me in order to be able to look forward to a ship and then all of a sudden find out that it's gone, right? And that the money doesn't cover being able to get the next capital ship. That's just concerning for me. Yeah, I don't mean cheaper as in someone bought a ship with stolen credit card, don't worry. I look at it like this, Red Dragon. It's not on me if somebody stole a credit card, did something, and, turned around to sell the account. Because I can't track the genesis of that purchase. Now, I'm not saying and I'm not advocating for that, because on the other end of that stick, I would be absolutely and utterly pissed if it happened to me. But the reality is that, if we had to backtrack the genesis of every single purchase, that's just not worth it. That would be a pain. That would be so annoying. So let's see. What's my time check right now? It's 11. Okay. So I think what we'll do here is I will set this as my last trade, or my last flight out of here. Using the cats, and then I'm going to run back over with the Cuddy, and we're going to do another quick drug trade. Have fun with that at the end of the day. See if we can make that one work. So since I'm not hampered by trying to fly in decoupled mode right now, let's get around the planet with a micro jump. Now let's get to aerial. So like I said, for all of you guys that had come over here, this is really just, it's a farming day for me. So I'm taking advantage of the fact that Laranite still has such humongous margins at this point. But this is not what the channel was built on. As a matter of fact, in our Discord, we have a ton of different recommended trade routes for the actual normal days when Laranite is not acting the way that it is right now. So also feel free to check that out as a resource. The more people we can get into the verse that are feeling a little bit more confident about making money with trades, I think the better off we're going to be. Wheel, where is a destination for me? There's Latham. I'll take that one. As a matter of fact, we did discover a couple of very unique trade routes that even with basic freelancers, you can make a killing out of. I think my average 10-minute round trip with a freelancer on some of the trades that we were running was just over 30K. So I mean, even if you're only able to pull that off, you know, a couple times an hour, you're still looking at 150,000 an hour at that rate. Yes, Dragon, I said 30K, but I was referencing 30K as in 30,000. So I don't subscribe to the whole taboo, you know, don't say 30K or you're going to disconnect routine. You know, I feel like I'm all right unless Chad is physically on the server. If Chad's on the server, then yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to cause problems. All right, looks like we already have somebody sitting over here at Latham. About 9,000 out. Let me slow this down. See what we've got going on here. So we have a Caterpillar. Looks like he's loading up right now. All right. So for those of you that haven't done this in a long time, yeah, Camp Koopa, I'm always willing to hear new trade routes. The one that I can show you on a freelancer nets about 114, 115K. Takes about 30 minutes to pull it off, though. Alright, so the audio just kicked off, so I'm going to wait. So for those of you that don't know how the trade terminals work, if you've got somebody that's already there and you fly into the zone, you become part of the background computation that's taking place in the database. And if he fills up with Laranite, and then I am in the same zone with him, and I try and fill up with Laranite, it's going to tell me I have to wait. But if I wait until I see him lift off and leave out of the armistice zone, so just like holding at an outer marker here, then what will end up happening is that as I fly in, it resets that terminal. So I'll be able to get a full load almost immediately. Now it's saying pilot unknown, so that tells me that he probably died or DC'd. We'll go ahead and give it a shot. Although he landed in one of my favorite spots to land, which is just back off behind the terminal, so we'll see what's going to take place. Or maybe he's just here trying to kill somebody. Who knows? Don't really care unless I have a full load of cargo. All right. So Camp Koopa, feel free, man. Tell me what your drug route is. I'm really interested. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Should have stuck with the closer landing pad. Like I said, he landed where I usually like to out here, which is just off to the side. I wonder if this dude maybe happened to be in here, and he's just chilling, waiting for the commodity to reload. Then I'm going to piss him off by flying in, resetting it, and taking it. Let's just see if that happens. And there's Bob. He's hanging out. Bob's been a cool cat today. He hadn't given me any problems. Yeah, maybe the other guy just DC'd. Something happened to him. Alright, let's go ahead and get this back on over to Loreville, and then we're going to grab the Cuddy. And we're going to go ahead and make our drug run. Although, interestingly enough, let's just make sure that there's nobody hanging around the back of the cat here. In the crates, hoping that they can get on and steal a ship that's full of cargo. So, I don't know, I'm going to probably mispronounce your name, but Procky Storm, to be quite honest, once you get up to a certain point in your funds, the 1.4 million doesn't bother you anymore. So right now I own 4 Caterpillars, okay? And this Laranite run, if I do this solo with a single ship at a time, I am risking 1.4 million, but by the time it's all said and done, if I land 3 of them safely and then 1 DCs, I can come back in, grab another load, come back, and I'm reset to 100%. I don't have any issues because I'll make basically 1.4 million in profit. So it doesn't bother me. Now there is another ship coming in, so we're going to get the hell out of Dodge. And see if we can go ahead and plan our route to get out of here as fast as possible. The last thing I want is some torps and other crap coming in at me. Because if I look at my radar, he's still kind of maintaining and holding a distance behind me. So I want out of the zone. Alright, let's see. You're at 2.5 million, occasionally do Laranite on the cat, but I'm nowhere near being able to eat that cost. Okay, so, like, full disclosure, like right now I have several, this is several loaded cats worth, and I have, still I'm sitting 12.1 million, so losing 1.4 doesn't bug me too much. I mean, it's annoying. Don't get me wrong, but that whole thrill of am I going to lose and know that I can't make it back like it used to be, that's not there anymore. This community of people that are doing a lot of trading over on my channel, we kind of have almost made it almost scientific, man, and it's just absolutely fantastic. I mean, Anderson Briggan, I think right now using these techniques and kind of piloting a few of his own techniques as well. He's sitting north of 45 to 50 million at this point in his account. So there's an absolute ton to be made. With what you're at right now, I would honestly say, Pro Sunstorm, what you should be doing has more to do with titanium and with astatine, in all honesty. Now, that's true, but also, there is absolutely nothing pro that says that you can't use half of your funds in Laranite. Instead of loading it up full, just load up half of your funds. Make a single trip, sell it, and then just keep doing that over and over and over again. And you're gonna, because of the 6 or 7 AUEC delta in the trade value, you're gonna see that you're gonna make a crap ton of money just doing it. So it still works for you, even though you're not running a full load with that ship. So by all means, man, there's ways that you can do it. It does come down to what risk you're willing to take, though. So Praetorian, yes, if they decide to do a full wipe in 310, which everybody panics about, is it going to suck? Yes, but I'll be the first one to tell you what you'll see me do is bust out just like I'm a brand new noob with the ships that I've got, and you'll see the grind come right back in just like that. And you know, I have a ton of confidence in the fact that I can go out and make a boatload of money doing this. So I'm sorry, your name is showing up. It's Obi-Wan's. Okay, you've got that little blue icon sitting next to your name in my chat log, so it makes it really difficult to be able to see you. But I don't think that they're gonna do it. Personally, I don't think they're gonna do a wipe in 310. It's really going to depend on what happens with the database stability. Kind of like when they did 391 or 39. I think what's going to happen is that they are going to allow individuals to do their account resets, which basically does a wipe for them. But I'm pretty sure that what's going to happen is, unless the database is having problems after go live, they're not going to wipe much. But I am curious as to your thought there, Obi-Wan's. Why do you think that they would be going ahead and doing a wipe? All right, and Camp Koopa, I did read your route. I will take a second here after I land to kind of go through and kind of discuss it with you. All of a sudden, man, going from sticks back over to mouse and keyboard, I'm like, wow. Takes me a second there. Alright, so Camp Koopa. Let's see. You are doing Jumptown to Port Olisar, right? It's about 30 minutes, and let's see. Medical and ag supplies from PO to Jumptown, Widow and Alutroxin to Grim Hex, full load of scrap back to PO, 105k profit. Alright. Now, it sounds like you're mitigating some of your risk as far as how much it's costing you in order to be able to fully load your ship at any given time, which is fantastic. Um, like I said, I'm going to grab the Cuddy Black here, and I'm going to take you on my particular drug run. And the thing is that getting in and out of Jumptown has always proven to be a little difficult for me. But I found some ways to use the UI of certain ships to your advantage. So I'm going to take you on one. Now, that is a full legitimate trade route, and I do get that. There's no deadhead legs involved in it at all. That's a good round trip trade cycle, and I think that's fantastic. But I will turn around and tell you I can get the same profits doing it just a little bit differently, knowing how to manipulate the trade terminals. Now, if I didn't have the glitch on my account where the freelancer is stuck out there showing as uninitialized, then I would bring my freelancer out and show you what was up with that one. But we're going to go ahead and grab the Cuddy. True, but they also need to cap the number of ships moving over, at which point they'd be writing code to filter it, and I doubt they'd do that. So yeah, there's a location on Daymar, and you can sell at Grim Hex. So Obi-Wan's, you are absolutely correct. That is where I prefer to go. It's called Newen Waste Management. And again, if you do it right, and it's easier during the day than it is at night, but I can show you how to do this on the UI. I think they said Hangar 9. Well, so one of the things that they could possibly do is they could just say that they won't take duplicated ships. That's not a hard code to do. I mean, you're really looking for, when they're looking at the database and they're just creating a generic SQL select statement. And I'm sorry, this is going to get a little bit techie here, but you know, you can do it to where it's not bringing back all results. It's just bringing back the first result that it hits. So that way, you're legitimately only sitting on a single version of each ship. That's not a hard code to write. And Obi-Wan, so do I. That was one of the ships that I bought out of the gray market. Come on, let me out, let me out, let me out. Let that climb here for a minute while I catch back up with chat. Let's see. Now, Pro, here's one of the things. When you had mentioned the statement about people who bought 10 of things, right? There were some bugs and some features that had happened during this patch where ships would duplicate. Anderson Bruggen had found out a way to duplicate damn near any ship in the game, and it's fail-proof. It happens. So you could end up with multiple ships instead of buying them. Now, it doesn't give you ships that you don't currently have because you have to have it as part of your account. But it does work. So if you guys want to find out about that one, again, he put that and posted that through our Discord. So you can probably try and cipher through and find that particular chat piece, but it does work. As far as, again, people who have bought multiple ships with in-game currency, I'd love to have them, you know, keep those ships. It is what it is. But the Hull C, yeah, it's going to be an insane ship in order to be able to get some large scale trading done. And I'm really looking forward to the first time I'm able to do it, which is the reason why I want to have enough capital at that point in time so that I can fully load that ship instead of having to sit there and do little bits and pieces of it. Alright, so on to some drug running here. This would be a fun way to close out the stream today. Hopefully I'll be able to teach everybody a little something here. So no more markers, no more boxes, no more having to go through YouTube to sit down and try and figure out what's going on. This, if you have a Cuddy or if you have a Freelancer, you can use your UI in order to be able to help yourself out here. And it's a very quick, easy find. Camera and random. Kind of give you a better view there as we're going, just flying. So again, guys, if you guys are stumbling in here, one of our community members, Chad, who has helped me out with the channel since almost day one, it is his birthday today. I know he's lurking and he's out there in the background, so please feel free. Wish him a happy birthday. You know, I'm grateful for all that he's done to help me and help me launch this channel. So today, and again, you see it up top, all donations that are coming into the channel are not going to Capital Ship Fund today. They are going directly to Chad as part of his birthday, and he will be getting an RSI gift card for those funds. So, you know, feel free. But don't feel obligated by any means. Like I said, if it is, you know, another community member's birthday, I can't guarantee that we'll do the same giveaway here. Like I said, he's kind of one of the founders here. But you know, I do want to make sure that I do recognize everybody's special days, so birthdays, anniversaries, the whole 9 yards. Just like with Stock Project earlier today, when they were saying anniversary and birthday and whatnot, you know, I just wanted to reach out to him and say congratulations as well. So, lots and lots and lots going on with the community, and hopefully we can keep it as a very tight-knit, fun community to hang out with. Let's see. Hold on. They're storing most assets as XML, mostly embedded with loads of extra. Yeah, saving for an Eclipse with 2/3 of the way there. Pro, I'll tell you what, man. If you ever want to come be a pilot for me for about an hour on my Caterpillars, we can get you into that Eclipse very, very quickly. I'm always looking for additional help in order to be able to fly the Caterpillars at one time. And I do profit share, essentially. So as I have people that are going to be bumping in and out and helping out, I do share a portion of that profit. I know that if done right, we can get 4 full loads of, you know, 4 Caterpillars fully loaded, and back and forth at least 3 times in an hour between Ariel and Lorville. So if that happens, essentially what I'd end up doing is giving each pilot somewhere in the neighborhood of around, you know, 600 to 700K just for an hour's worth of work. You know, it is what it is. So, you know, feel free. If you ever want to do something like that, let me know. Let me put in my actual in-game handle here. This is a shared channel for our overall role-playing game content. So, Alright, that is my actual gamer tag in-game, guys. Stop all commands. So feel free to reach out, shoot me a message again if you want to on Discord or you want to coordinate. We can do that. And there's always other members as well, pro that are on, that can definitely use the same thing. I know Anderson Brigham has quite a few caterpillars, and he is always using or tending to look for people to help him besides just his brother. Alright, not sure you want me flying a cat with your stuff though. Autopilot took over once and shoved. Okay, dude, let me be very, very clear here. As long as it's not something stupid, like full speed, not paying attention, flying into a planet, I have no problems with it, okay? I have had autopilot kick in on me. I have had all other kinds of issues that have happened, and it really doesn't make me mad, okay? Life is life. It's an alpha, and we just got to accept the fact that it's an alpha. So I don't have any issues whatsoever doing something like that. Alright, so once you come into Daymar here, right, turn off any cruise control that you might have set, and you're looking for OM3, right? If you can't find OM3 based upon your approach, then go to OM6. Something to pop around to the other side of the planet. Wow, really? I'm just going to have to take some other random one. It's not showing. Alright, so again, we have to get to OM3 to make this happen, right? So another quick little search around the planet. There's 5. 4. There's the comma ray. There's 6. There's 3. What's up, Team Nova? Welcome back to stream, buddy. Glad to see you here again today. Alright, so now we're at OM3, right? Go ahead and turn around, aim back at the planet, and this is lucky because we're in the daylight, right? And I'm going to show you something here. Once you go ahead and spool up, put your crosshairs on Daymar, rotate until you have Wolf Point Aid Shelter directly above, right? It's very, very simple. Take your crosshairs and come up above the triangle and scoot over here to the right. Okay? Once you're here at the right, this is going to be kind of tricky here. You see this little, you see your marker for Wolf Point? Align the 0 straight down with this little notch that's in Wolf Point. Okay? And then bring your ship up just to where the base is part of your dashboard. This happens where daytime or nighttime, regardless. It doesn't matter. Now, if I go to zoom in, you see this plateau that's right here? You're right here in that spot. The new and waste management is right here in this bottom section of it. So as you can see, even if I were to approach right here at night and not have this visual, I'd be right on top of it. Okay? So again, it's real simple. Line up the 0 to this notch marker right here, make it touch your dashboard, and you're going to fly directly in on top of it. So all I got to do at this point, just hit my cruise control. And daytime, nighttime, this doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. You'll come right in on top of it. And this is for a cutty here. Alright? If you are using a Freelancer, then all you're going to do is the same technique. Bring your crosshairs up, rotate it over, but your speed indicator, your 0, will actually touch that notched marking right there. And then you just hit your autopilot and just your cruise control and fly right on in. And this is going to take a matter of, 2 to 3 minutes tops. It's not like sitting there trying to rotate, find everything. It's a matter of just getting a quick alignment and flying down and in. So New and Waste Management is a fantastic place on Daymar to fill up with drugs. And I'm going to go ahead and grab out my little cheat sheet reference guide that I put together for this. What kind of illegal stuff am I doing now? Well, so Team Nova, we're getting close to the end of stream, and Stock Project is another streamer. If you haven't seen him, go check him out. He's a fantastic streamer. He raided over into the channel again, and he's been doing that a lot lately. So what I wanted to do is he's got a couple of folks that have stuck around, and I've done a few loads with the Caterpillars already throughout the day, just doing my farming. So right now I'm going to wrap back up with the illegal trade goods that I was streaming on Monday, and we started to run into all those server issues with. So I'm just doing, again, another real quick tail end run here to try and get this to happen. So right now, I need to start slowing down. So thank you for following, Brinley. I appreciate you for being here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get down in here. It's going to take a second for everything to render, but we should be able to turn, and as you see it right there, I mean legitimately almost straight down on top of it, guys. It's that simple. You don't need any other references, any other BS. And we did have somebody out here that was causing us some problems on, the other day, but most of the times that I have been out here, I haven't had anybody out here. Alright, now the best part of this whole routine is that any type of drug that you want to purchase and deal with is here, right? And if you know how to work the terminal properly, then you're going to be able to maximize your profits, right? Most people are going to grab the albutroxin, which is only going to give you 10 AUEC per share sold, which still is a great commodity. And they're going to try and sell that in bulk, right? But that's not how this works. You want to maximize the most money that you possibly can. Now let's see, is it still glitched out with my Freelancer? Hold on, yep. See, so I had a Freelancer, that one that I showed you in the terminal a little bit ago, that is bugged out, and it's stuck here. So it causes me a whole bunch of issues. Alright, so moving on. When we talk about what we need, Grim Hex will take 600 units per cell of Widow, which means I'm going to take 1,200. Alright, or just slightly under 1,200. 1188, perfect. So 119K, right? So 12.12. Remember that number, 12.12. Alright. Now I'm going to move on up to Neon, and Grimhex takes 800, so I'm going to take just under 16. Which it'll only let me purchase 1,000. Alright, so Neon, let's get our 1,000 on board. Got it. Now we're going to move on to ETAM. Yeah, Anderson, I know. I'm just trying to do this for expedience sake. which this needs to hurry up and load. Okay, that's a bit disconcerting. Yeah, see, a few shares here and there doesn't bother me. It's not too much of an issue. Okay, there it goes. That finally loaded. So that's our Neon and our Widow. So moving on to ETAM, right? ETAM, they'll take 800, so I'm looking for 1600 again, or just shy thereof. Got it. Okay? Now, if you really wanted to go fast here, I would say just go ahead and load up the rest with albutoxin and be able to move on, right? Now, in a freelancer, you know, I'd say what you have to do is get back in your ship, fly away from the base, come back to it, and then you'll be able to finish loading up. But for right now, because it's stream and we're going quick, I'm going to go ahead and take the last 9 in albutoxin. Okay? So again, I've got quite a bit invested, even though this is just a cutty here, right? Because I said, what, 12.1 is where we were sitting? Yeah, Anderson, that's true, but you got to be able to sell it. And only being able to sell 8 AUEC at a time takes you a little while to be able to do it, right? But other ways that we can handle this. Let's hurry up and get back to orbit and set our route to Grim Hex. And as long as I don't have anybody griefing or camping, I'll be alright. We're going to have to make a micro jump somewhere. Give me something. That'll work. Shipping hub works. Let's see. Widow is 6 max. Sorry. I had to look down at my book there. They take 600 units, but it's 6 max. Anderson, I have never had it allow me to take and do consecutive sales. Okay? So full disclosure, that is a problem that if you've been able to do consecutive sales, fantastic on you, bud. But it does not do it for me. Right, so that's what I'm about to show him, Anderson, is how to make it happen with the broken terminal refresh rates. Because right here, you would look at me and say, okay, well, you would have to wait probably an hour or 2 hours to make this happen, right? To sell everything that's on board this ship. And we're going to do it in 5 minutes. Keep in mind what I'm showing you right now on the drug front works at any location, okay? This is how you reset any location. That's not cool. There was a ship there. Out. As quick as I can get out. Don't need torps. Let's head on in. Is that every new trader brags that Laranite is the to-go trade route.
Sweet summer chills. Alright, got it. Yeah, so the thing is, and that's been my opinion before, and it'll continue to be my opinion, is that a lot of people who don't know how to trade and have gotten in while Laranite is doing what we consider flowing right now, they're the ones that are going to really struggle when they correct a bunch of the terminal stuff. So right now my whole goal, I am just wanting to go ahead and get into the Armistice Zone. That's it right now. Right? Now that I'm there, now we'll go ahead and request ourselves and get set up, right? That's a different pad than they normally put me on, but alright. Looks like they had a pad rammer earlier. But I'm not going to get stuck on that one because I didn't see anybody around here right now. Alright, so again, real quick here, and I know people can fly Alutroxin back and forth and do whatever they want to Port Olisar and the whole 9 yards. But for me, if I'm going to drug run, I'm going to drug run. I'm going to go big or go home, right? Oh yeah, medical supply guys, they're going to be in trouble too. Alright, now, I will say that when you first come in here to do your first sale, okay, you are still at the subject or the mercy of, is there somebody else that has already just landed who is doing a sale as you have entered the zone here? So there's always that case that you might be the guy that gets here and they won't take all of your product that you have. But don't get discouraged. Don't worry about it. It's still pretty easy to knock out and take care of. You could, and I understand how you mitigate that risk there, Anderson. I will take that fully under advisement, but for expedience sake and the fact that I don't care if I lose the funds here on stream, I'm just going to show them how to do it. All right, so I'm going to get over here to the node trade terminal. Wrong ship. Get the cutlass, clean out my Alutroxin, right? Remember, I was at 12.1, right? So I have about 400k invested on this ship. Let's max out our ETAM sail. Got it. Neon. Got it. Widow. This is the one that usually gives me the most problems because people are running Widow in here on a regular basis. But this time, it went ahead and went through. So as you can see, I am back down to pretty much a, if I fly out, fly right back in, it resets the terminal, and I can quickly knock out my trade. With an extra 5 minutes, instead of doing server jumps, instead of doing wait for refresh times, the whole 9 yards. So if you haven't learned anything else today, other than you can use a Cuddy or a Freelancer, and you can use their HUD and get directly there to New In Waste Management on Daymar, hopefully that helps you out. And our YouTube channel, I will be releasing a guide showing how to do both the Cuddy and the Freelancer to get back and forth there, using the UI to do it. Right. Now, as Anderson said, you can quickly grab a different ship and bring it out to do this so that you're not risking the cargo in case somebody's sitting out there. But all you have to do is fly out of the armistice zone, turn around, and come right back in. That's why I said this 5 minutes is so much more worth it for me. I usually target right here next to this guy. Fly on out. Wait for the channel to say you have left the armistice zone. Flip it right back and turn tail and burn ass right back in here to the armistice zone. Let's go ahead and get our comm link open, get ourselves another landing spot. And right back in. Now, I don't know what that Freelancer Max is doing right there. It is possible he is running the same thing, so we may have an issue since he's there, but don't know. Don't know until we get inside. Hopefully he's here buying like hacking chips and stuff like that. We'll see. Yeah, true, Anderson. Agresium is, and again, that's taking advantage of what's available, but the reality is that this little technique right here should work carrying forward for a lot of people to be able to get in, because drugs, no matter what, are always going to have much, much higher profit margins. There's a lot of risk, but they're going to have much, much higher profit margins. So when you're in the business of trying to quickly make funds, especially after the patches drop and they clean up some of the hassles, it's going to be one where people are going to be looking to make the money, and this is one of the ways that you can easily do it. So let's go to sell, and we will complete our next sale. So as you can see, pretty much just reset the terminal just by doing a quick out and back in. And we'll make full profit here. Alright, so right now I'm about 67,000 profit, and I'm about to drop the Widow. Now, these are just rounded numbers here, but about 67,000, and I just dropped another 81 on top of it. So what are we looking at? About 140K in profit just sitting on the Cutlass Black. Right? And that took 16 minutes. That's a great little drug run, guys. So feel free to leverage that all you want. Hopefully that does help you out here. Again, final thoughts as we jump over here into our ending scene here. It is Chad's birthday. I do want to wish him a happy birthday again, finally on channel. And as you can see, we do have our Wall of Fame, and one of our first raids is also one of our most consistent raids, which is Stock Project. So again, guys, I know you've been over on his channel. I am greatly appreciative of you guys sticking around and hanging out. For the guys on my side that have never been over to his channel, please feel free to go check him out. Fantastic streamer. Love him to death. He's a good guy. He's great to hang out with. Shows a bunch of different content that I really don't mess around with. And let's see here. What do I have in store that I can run? Roll the credits right now. There we go. Alright, so we did have some donors come back in today. Obviously, Jelly donated to Chad's birthday. We have some new followers, and Red Dragon renewed a subscription here today. So, guys, again, that's kind of what happened on the stream today, and I appreciate everyone for being here. As we like to say over at our role-playing table,